Hey cuties, today we're going to be talking about WRF Studios Nightfeed. Nightfeed is made by WRF Studio. WRF Studio is an indie studio that has made several games such as the Last Half of Darkness series,
Girlfriend, who's there?
Earth Shadow, Vampirium, and the Bloodlust series. Nightfeed is their newest game, and one that I'm enjoying. It's a pretty simple survival roguelike where you choose a character and fight off hordes of enemies until the timer goes off. The story isn't really a big part of the game, and it can be read in the menu, like right next to the tutorial. Honestly, it hardly comes up during actual gameplay, except in little blurbs about world-specific things like artifact names and abilities here and there. You play as part of a coven of shadow hunters, which I'm assuming are like maybe supernatural bounty hunters. I thought they were vampires at first. But you play as part of a coven of shadow hunters, feeding on the undead at night and stealing back artifacts with the help of a crow, who I've affectionately started calling Jacob. But the simplicity of the game is the beauty of it. I love a game where I can easily multitask and be able to carry a conversation without getting horribly distracted, while also being challenged enough that I'm not bored. I feel Nightfeed balances that perfectly. The game is up to 4 players, and each level has varying degrees of difficulty. Each time you collect an artifact, you get a nice buff to go with it, and if you collect multiples of an artifact, you can carry it on over into your next run, which could change how the game plays. Now, it definitely could be that I spent most of my stream talking about whatever came to my hyperactive mind at the time, but single player and multiplayer offer different experiences for me. Single player, aside from the obvious you're on your own issues, that being, you're by yourself, gives you these little fetch quests worth multiple artifacts, which can be a bit of a challenge to get to. I had a hard time getting to several of these locations, actually. Enemies and bosses also seem to spawn a bit more frequently without being too overpowering, which I personally like a lot. Multiplayer, in comparison, while being difficult, doesn't seem to have any side quests for the players. The enemies also seem to follow mostly one player, so you can come up with some tactics to beat harder levels depending on the characters that you bring in. Also in multiplayer, definitely planning around the characters is important. There is a character who only heals, does no damage. It's kind of an issue. I love that this game gets pretty regular updates. Just in the first 2 weeks of it being released, it's already had several patches and new content made based on reviews and feedback from players. I also enjoy how all the characters are very different from each other. Each character has a special, unique ability just for them. Unlocking characters is fairly easy, but a bit grindy the further down the list you go. You make money each run that you do, and you can use the money to either buy characters or buy artifacts. The further down the list of characters you go, the more expensive that they become. You could probably unlock all of the characters within 10 hours if you're not actively trying to grind for the most amount of coin per run. So far, my absolute favorite has been the Raven guy. I like how he looks, and being able to dash away at a moment's notice is a ton of fun, even if it does come at the cost of jumping. I also like that when I dash, I can just kind of like do like a whole curve thing, so I can just curve around enemies. Literally do the what's the teleporting meme? Literally just do that teleporting meme. Second favorite thing has to be the starter character. His bullets are homing bullets, and as someone who's really bad at aiming, this is a godsend. My third favorite thing in this game is probably Jacob. I don't know if the crow actually has a name, but I like Jacob. It's such a cute name for a crow, and it totally reminds me of a very specific YouTuber. Fourth thing, Jurassic Island. That's all. I think it speaks for itself. A quick update to this list. While I was going through the script and playing the game in my off time, a new ability called Wasp was added. It's exactly what it sounds like. You summon Wasp. As someone who actually thinks that wasps are neat, and I play a 5'7" talking wasp in an evil D&D campaign, go check out For the Glory of Chaos on the Casual Casuals channel. I edit that. I was beyond excited to try out the ability. It's honestly my new personal favorite attack, instantly replacing the hammer hula hoop thing. Like, a hammer that acts as an enforcer for social distancing is cool and all, but Wasp as a projectile weapon. Just send them out, just pew pew pew. You guys can't see it, but I'm doing the Spider-Man thing. In summary, this is a fun game. Go pew pew. Fire Wasp. It's fantastic. I think that this game is a fun game if you and the gang just want to hang out and fight off waves of enemies. Solo's also fun if you're, bored, or if you just have a short amount of time to kill before going to work or something. The game is currently about $13 USD, not including tax at the time of recording, which is honestly a nice and affordable game. I'm kind of tired of paying $40+ for games. So, go check it out, support an indie dev, and I'll catch you cuties around.